As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant, Masa, it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Ocean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Ocean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and that sandwich. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
AA gun confirmed destroyed. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. It's illusion.
Hold up. They aren't responding accordingly.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Doncaster. They've opened up a path for us.
More the barrier.
Fox 2. Target destroyed.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change the topics. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
Doncaster, we're taking fire from the vehicles ahead. We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We're taking fire from our own allies. Is this place under rebellion too?
Attention, Ocean forces. Your target is carrying a peace envoy.
Hold your fire! I repeat, hold your fire!
Missile.
Onward!
Target destroyed.
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
Vehicle blocking the road.
Missile.
No response to hails.
Missile.
It's the radicals.
Missile. Missile.
Trigger! Missile inbound!
Missile. Pull up.
Stunner 1, locked on target. In gun range.
Missile. 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 Caution.
Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you, we got out of paying that toll.
This is AWACS Argus. Those who can hear us are our allies. Your new orders are to dispose of Eduard Labarthe. The Ocean Army officer with him is an imposter.
Push it! Check your six!
Strider 1, missile away.
Missile.
Missile inbound! Grenade!
Caution. Pull up.
Vehicle eliminated.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
You guys have opened the trial to war, leading our country even further into ruin.
We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Somebody take out those Allied planes behind us.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Caution. Missile.
Missile inbound, missile inbound.
Missile inbound. Drinking.
The aircraft has 3 lines on its tail. Wonderful, so be it!
Vehicle eliminated.
Pull up.
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! Open fire on that vehicle!
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tank or anything.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point.
Missile.
New coordinates are as follows.
Missile.
263 Tango 4, 199er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Oh yeah, they don't know where to see it.
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Egyptian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War.
Missile.
Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
Missile.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
The drones aren't receiving my orders.
Caution. Caution.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Missile.
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
Missile.
We're taking fire! Take care of them!
Get back in the head of our organization. Need to know what
thanks.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Down any aircraft out of danger! What are you thinking?
Caution. Missile.
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster.
Missile.
That vehicle is running on! Fire! The info just came through! We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. There are even rumors of lethal bullets starting on their former allies.
Our movement is restricted by an unidentified unit near our location.
With the main conflict concluded, Ocean forces in the center, south, and east struggle over stabilization of the nation.
It's Erusian military.
Speaking with the commander. The Erusian government has defined these groups, along with those trying to independently make peace with Ocean, as rebels.
IC is Erusian military.
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks. Please, watch over the future from the high heavens.
The General's vehicle is under attack. Our VIP is taking fire.
We're taking fire! We can't hold off! We made it somehow. Try to get off your ass a little faster next time. We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Taking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat.
Caution.
They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harley and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Erusia's responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trainer?
Target destroyed.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
It's Erusian military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him. Missile. Missile.
Strutter 1, Fox 2.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for a better time.
Missile.
Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals. How'd you at last, Lancaster? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
Missile.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
Caution.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Stall warning.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Leave the rear to the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for our losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osia quickly. We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Turn to at this darkest hour. We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
My plane is icing up.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have
escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft we're going by the trouble about. The scratches.
Hey, that's me.
The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait! Unknown's attacking the girl's plane!
Alma, hold on tight.
Longcaster, permission to engage!
Negative.
What?
They could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Ocean fighters. What the hell's going on?
Stay sharp. Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those escort big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
9. Bandit destroyed. Well done. No good. Shit.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is in drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You've got to be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco. They're in my way.
Can't abort the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Jesus, behind this.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Missile. Son of a bitch. Missile. Missile. Missile.
Careful, it's hard to maintain a lock in the house. 5 bandits remaining.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
Autonomous mode is fully functional.
Missile.
4 bandits left.
Missile. Missile.
There has to be a time that should not function.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
3 bandits to go. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Are you sent by the General's staff? No, we'd like you to send Central. I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarthe is dead. What did you say? Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
Well, all that just to get blue on blued outside the combat area. Or was it? Took the QAAMs because I figured with having to get so close, I'd usually be very, I would probably pass the merge by the time I identified someone and had a shot on them. So the QAAMs would let me get a shot on them quickly so I can move on. Although with how many clustered ground targets there were, I might have been better off with XSDB. Just hit the whole cluster instead of having to hit 2 and then circle over and then hit 2 more. Or if one of them's a tank, you gotta circle over a second time. Or use guns. Probably should have saved at least a couple of the QAMs for the MQ-99 drones at the end. Oh well. There's the ace. You know, with everyone using aircraft from every nation, every faction using aircraft, US and Russian and European aircraft, I sure wonder how the thermal cameras are IDing aircraft. My first thought was it was looking at roundels and things, but not thermal cameras, I don't think. It's just movie magic, I guess. Should get S on this.